Good evening, everyone. We'll start the session so others they can join in. So we'll start. Okay, so this is a presentation that is a webinar on enterprise project portfolio management and agile tools. So we'll be showing the demo of enterprise project portfolio management tools. So the tools that we will be showing are the project online, so which includes Microsoft Project Professional, or currently it is called as Project Online. Sorry, Project Client, and Primavera Project Management, including P6 EPPM, the web version. Okay. In the Agile tools, we'll be seeing on the Azure DevOps as well as the Jira tools. Okay. So in between, if you have any questions, so you have the Q&A button, so you can put the questions in the Q&A button. So we will try to answer that. Otherwise, we'll take that questions at the end. So we'll be having 15 to 20 minutes for the Q&A session. And any other discussion points that you need, so that can be included in the chat section. Okay, and this meeting is recorded. So after this session in 2 or 3 days, we'll be sharing the recording as well as the PDF format of the presentation what we are. Okay. So able to see the presenter view?
Yes, sir. Yes, we could.
Okay. So first we'll see what we as Center for Advanced Practical Project Management CAPPM do. So we do advisory and consulting services on PPM best practices, project management, portfolio management, process implementation, PMO or enterprise PMO setup. Then we also do project management maturity assessment and modeling. So for organizations whichever that request that. And we also do business agility transformation that is mostly into scaling Agile and Agile. So Agile PMO, lead center for Agile Center for Excellence setup, LPM. So all these things we do, and other professional services like integrated project planning, so which includes the scheduling, resource and cost management and multiple projects altogether, and any other services that requires related to project and portfolio management, including mentoring and coaching of project managers, controllers, schedulers, and other persons. And we also do implementation services of enterprise project portfolio management tools, Oracle Primavera P6 EPPM and Microsoft Project Online. And on the Agile front, we do implementation of Azure DevOps boards and Jira Software. In the enterprise Agile planning and ELPM, so that is the lead portfolio management tool. So we use Aptitude Target Process. So through Vincerion, so we use that, we do that implementation. And others, we have the development services, training services on different project portfolio management and Agile trainings. And also we do placement and other services related to direct placement, contract to hire, or PPM interview as a service, onboarding services. So those also we do it. So coming to enterprise, we'll go into the presentation of enterprise project portfolio management. So before we go into the demo of the tool, so a quick details about this. So enterprise and enterprise project portfolio management. So what enterprise means is, so any organization that is working towards a common goal. So common goal means, so from the CEO level to the lower level, so they know what the goal of the organization is, and everyone works towards the common goal. So that means the enterprise. Okay, so that is the main thing that we call in the enterprise. So working towards a common goal. So the enterprise project portfolio management, so it mainly concentrate towards collaboration and so organization sustainability. So how we can do better decision making, so portfolio analysis, selection of projects. So all these will come in the enterprise project portfolio management. So through that, we can achieve the common goal within the organization related to project portfolio management. So continuing to that, so by implementing an enterprise project portfolio management systems, it gives a direct alignment in the organization. So overall objective of each project as well as program as well as portfolio, it gives a clear objective. So what we need to do, what we are doing. So all this information, and it increases the efficiency and utilization of the resources that are available. So we'll be able to see so who is working where and how best that we can use those particular resources. And clear information about the projects, programs, and portfolios which are running within our organization. So whether we have to use the traditional method or adaptive methods, all these we can make use of this. So it gives it is a tested and effective process. So whether if you go with the project online or with our Primavera and other tools which is coming in the market, so all are tested and those follow the effective process. So it follows basically the PMI PMBOK process or the scaling agile process or the Scrum process. All these are the tested process that being implemented. And it also helps in the project selection and prioritization based on the resources that are available, the costs that are available, the budget that we set. So based on that, we'll be able to achieve that. Okay. And so this EPPM, it allows us to select the best projects which are available in the pool of project proposals. So we have the list of proposals. So based on the available resources, and the budget what we have, we will be able to select the best projects that we need to do based on various prioritization. Since everything is on a collaboration basis, so we can avoid the duplication. So a person A may be using some other same project in a different name, person B may be using same project in a different name and with different resources, something. So those type of duplications we can avoid. And it helps in performance monitoring. So at each and every stage, whether companies, organizations on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis or monthly basis, they do updates and performance analysis. So that it helps in a better way. And can do organizational learning. So it facilitates better level of learning and understanding at each and every point of time. The major top benefits we'll see. So it helps you in the governance process and it helps you in prioritize the business strategy. So that is based on the selected portfolio, and it helps you to manage resources very effectively. So we can identify which resource is working in which project and what is the overall coordination level. All these you'll be able to find out and collaborate and coordinate easily. So with the team members, what they are doing, so they can do their updates and project manager can see his information in the projects. And you can measure and track the portfolio performance in a better way with various KPIs and reporting tools. And it also integrates with the line of business applications. So what are the various different business applications? So along with that, so what different configuration that you need to do so that you'll be able to make it. And it helps you to realize the ROI. So the tool features mainly, so it is a web-based architecture. So any EPPM tool, if you take, so it all follows the web-based architecture and it is on a network. Okay, so it also uses the database, either Oracle or Microsoft SQL. And you can make use of the admin and the user preferences, which helps you to give access to each and every information. So team member, he can access only what information he needs. Project manager, he can access what information he needs. So like that, we can set all the preferences. And you have everything in a single database. So the collaboration is very much easy. Coming to Project Online, specifically to Project Online. So it's it's a cloud-based environment, or else we can call it as a software as a service. So it comes under the Microsoft Office 365 product, but it is not part of the Microsoft Office 365 solution. And it also built upon Microsoft SharePoint platform. Okay. So it integrates well with most of the Microsoft applications like SharePoint, Outlook, Excel, and other things. So you can easily streamline your various other works. So as an administrator, so they can set up various different roles. So that is requested by each and every person. So based on their role and skill, what they're playing, accordingly, the access rights can be set. So here you see the role-based information flow. So the team members, so they can use it to collaborate to see different reports. So their specific projects and what specific task or activity they are working in. And resource managers, so that can be categorized based on skill-based resource management. And the resource managers can manage the resources in such a way that which project manager requests any of the particular resources, whether they need to be approved and how long they need to be assigned. So those informations they can do. And project managers, they can handle that particular set of projects and not to concentrate on other projects. And stakeholders, so they will be able to see the overall picture of the project portfolio, program level, as well as the various reporting services. Okay, so some of the features of Project Online, so it helps you to do project planning and scheduling. So you can create various different templates, so which allows you to save more times instead of creating schedules from scratch. You can continuously make use of the templates. So where the whole required schedule is available. So whether it is a waterfall or agile or hybrid. So how best that you want to make use of that. So those type of application that you template that you can use, and from that you can build the schedule. And you can see various timeline views. You can do budget planning. You can do baseline roll up. So issue and risk management, time and task management. And also you have project sites. So where you can manage your documentation as well as the risk. So those things that you'll be able to manage in the project sites. And you can publish your projects. So when it is ready, you can publish your project. So so anyone who is in this particular environment who want to see that particular project, they can collaborate and work on that. And you can take various different reports. And on the resource management front, so you can plan the resource capacity. So, and you can manage from the resource pool. So you'll be having a centralized resource pool. From that, you can find out which resources are available, which resource not available. So engagement of the resources. So you can see whether resources, how to utilize. So how they are being utilized and what is the capacity of the resource availability. And you can also create generic resources. In some cases, you'll not be able to identify so which resource to be set to which particular resource to be set to for that particular project. So instead of taking that particular resource till that particular time, you can assign the generic resources. And the portfolio management, so you can do portfolio analysis, financial management analysis. You can set up the roadmap, and then further on, you can take on different dashboard reports and various reporting. Okay, so with this, all these, we have prepared a solutions type of thing. So to manage your projects using Project Online and resources using Resource Center, and the licensing setup and reporting using Power BI, and scheduling and resource loading and cost allocation through Project Professional. Okay, so these are the various different solution components that comes along with that. So which is the project client, that helps you to do the project scheduling. Then you have Project Online, which helps you to do with the details on Project Center, what different projects you have, what Resource Center, which shows the centralized resource pool, which also gives the Project Home gives the Agile and the Kanban board. Then the dashboards, reports, everything on through Power BI, Document Center, through the project site, and the diagnostic kit for schedule audit. So that comes that. And also we give the built-in components for stakeholder register, risk register, assumptions log, and tracy various different templates that built in along with the system. Okay, so it supports this multiple lifecycle models. So whether we go for predictive lifecycle or iterative lifecycle or hybrid method, so it helps on that. So on the predictive method, so you can use Microsoft Project Professional, Project Online, Project for the Web, Microsoft Planner, Power BI, PERT analysis with risk, and DCMA schedule audit. On the iterative or adaptive side, which is also called as Agile method. So there you can, these are the following products we recommend. That is the Project Online, Project for the Web, Microsoft Planner, Azure DevOps, Power BI, and PERT analysis with risk, and the DCMA schedule audit. Okay. Okay, so which the benefits what you get? So it helps you to do co-located work and best practices being followed in PMI, Agile, or SAFe methodology. And we give the technical and functional support. And the solution modules are based on standard Microsoft platforms. And it also has the ability to scale up based on your project size and the number of projects and resources that you have. Okay. So we'll quickly see the demo of the product. Okay, so this is the Project Online. So that is enterprise project management using Project Online. This is the Microsoft Project Online solution. So where you have the home screen. So from here you can click and we can go to the different areas. So you can set up as a home screen and write various different news articles, give different links. All these you can specify. Okay, and so here, this is the project online solution, that project center, what you're having. So where you can see the full list of projects in your organization, what are the full list of projects, so that you will be able to see. So with various other informations at the very high level. So like for here, we have in this the various different workflow stages. So like, so in the initiation stage, these are the projects that we have. In the planning and the scope stage, these are the projects that we have. So that is being grouped. And these are the other informations that we are able to see: the start date, finish date of the project. So what is the total duration that it is taking, and what is the percentage completed for each and every project, who is the owner of the project, and in what workflow stage it is there. So all these informations that you'd be able to get. So in the similar way, so if I want to see some other view where I need to see based on cost, so I'll be able to see based on cost also. Okay. So this shows, so here you have the project ID, project name, finish, start, cost, baseline cost, actual cost, what is the fixed cost, what is cost variance, remaining cost, all these informations at the project level. So you will be able to see this. Okay, so this shows the project center, and we have the resource center. So in resource center, where we see the collaboration of the resources. So this is a centralized system. So all the resources which are in our organization, so that will be included here. And so it shows the full list of resources. So we can include various other fields, whatever. So we need to customize, so that also we can be able to add it. So on the project center, so this is the high level timeline that it is showing based on the projects. So it is not based on the task in the project. So this is on the project level. Okay, the timeline. So if you so the project client that is being assigned here. Okay, and so automatically the project client, or we call it as a Microsoft project or project professional, that is automatically configured there. And any project that you do and you publish, so that will be going into the centralized database. Okay. So this is our project plan. So sample project plan. So that is there. So here we have scheduled it. So on a level, so sub level. So this is the WBS structure. So this is our flow project. So select alternative arrangement, design and plan is one phase, build and deploy is another phase, operate and evaluate is another phase. So like that, you can do the breakdown of the work breakdown structure, give the duration for each and every task, and then we give the predecessor for each and every task. So once you give the predecessor and successor for each and every task, automatically you will be getting the start and finish date. So initially we set when the project is getting started, so that information we provide, and then we list out the set of tasks, their duration and the predecessor. So automatically we get the start and finish date. And so when the project is getting completed, so that information also you'll be able to get at the summary level of the project. Okay. So once this is completed, then you define the resources. Okay. So what is the set of resources? So this resources. So resources are available in the project online, that is in the centralized repository. So from that centralized repository, you bring in the resources to this project. So for this project, what resources that I need? So that I need to bring in. So I can go to build team from the enterprise. So it pulls in the data from the enterprise. So in an enterprise, what are the different resources that are available? So it takes from that. So already assigned resources, it de-highlights that. So I bring in one more resource. So Samuel, I'm going to bring in to this project. So I'm selecting and I'm adding here. So from the centralized repository, I am adding that particular person to this project. So from here, so how much I'm going to utilize. So based on the assignment that I'm going to give for each and every task, automatically this will show the work assignment. So if is he fully assigned to this particular project, that depends on how he is being utilized. So once I take this particular resource to this project, still he is available in the centralized repository. So some other persons also can utilize based on his availability. Okay. So I added Samuel. So now you can see at the last line, it automatically adds Samuel here. And then, so here I can specify what is the standard rate that is going to follow, whether paying in a prorated basis, and what is the calendar that is going to follow. So all this information that comes from the centralized repository. So once that comes, so I go here and then I start assigning the resource. So already I assigned so many resources. So here, if you see the validate business requirements, so that task already there's a technology architect, business analyst, and demo users are there. And then move to next phase, that is a milestone. So milestone that is which has at 0 days, so that will not have any of the resources. And then we have validate functional design, so that has this many resources. So in this validate functional design, I need to add a sample. So I'll go and add sample here. And I need only 25% of his time. So I assign 25% of his time here. Okay. And then I'm going for execute QA testing. So in this execute QA testing, I need Samuel. So I'm going to add Samuel there. And here I need a 50% of his time. So that, so based on the number of hours, number of days and the allocation, so it automatically shows how many hours he's going to spend on this particular task. Okay. So this we assign accordingly, and from here we can do further analysis. Okay, so this so you can do a team planner analysis based on how they are being working, or you can go with the task usage. So based on which task, so here you can find out. So based on which task, what are the different resources that is being utilized, and how many hours they are spending for this particular task. And also you can see the distribution. Okay, so how they are being distributed. So from which day to which date they are working. So Monday to Friday, how their work is going to be distributed. So that information you can see. So by selecting that and that. Okay, so this is one way of analyzing. And other way that you can do the analysis is by using resource usage. The method is resource graph. So here you can see technology architect, how that particular technology architect is being used. So this is what is called the generic resource. So it is not a named resource. So business analysts, so common business analysts that we are using. So how they are being utilized. Okay, so each resource, how they are being utilized, that we can see. Ikram, Harry is not assigned anywhere. Demo user, so assigned across, so he evenly assigned with full allocation, but somewhere there is over allocation, so that might be for some other projects, so it is not showing here. And so for Mariappan, so it is not showing any allocation. So for me, it's equally distributed here, and there is no allocation showing until here. Okay. Like that, so you can analyze for other different resources. And another way to do the analysis is by using resource usage. So in resource usage, you can see. So in task usage, we saw for the task, which are the resources that are being assigned and how they are being distributed. Whereas here in the resource usage, you see for that particular resource, what are the different tasks that are being assigned. So the total work that is allocated for technology architect is 68 hours, and that he's spending for these tasks for each, how many hours for each of the tasks that it is showing, and how he's working, that distribution shows at the right side. Okay. So if we want to see about that particular resource, so named resource. So demo user is a named resource, so that is allocated for two different tasks, and total usage is 1900, but it's being used 120 hours here and 320 hours here. And for other projects, it's being allocated for 1460 hours. So it is showing the other projects. So which are the other projects this particular person is working? So that information it is showing here. Okay. And for Malayalam, he's working only for one task, that is 80 hours, and remaining for other projects. So like that for me, it is showing two tasks, then the hours, and other projects were being assigned. So those information it is showing. So like this, you can do the analysis for each and every resource, and then based on task or anything. And then, so if there is any leveling that is required, so you will be able to do the resource leveling and finalize the project plan and make use of this plan. And then you can, so once the plan is finalized, you will be doing the baseline. So with that baseline, you can do updates. And by the updates, you'll be able to find out how each and every project is being tracked and whether it is performing based on how we are working. So all these informations that you'll be able to find. So for example, here, let me do so two updates. So here I say, so this is 100% completed, but Okay, so some other team assignment is there, so it is not updating. Okay. Okay, so this updates is coming through the task information, so we cannot do the updates here. Okay, so this updates we can do, and we can do the comparison so that we can see. Okay, so this tracking can't. So I'll see the show the tracking can't. So here it will show. So what once we show the baseline, so baseline is showed in the gray color. So what you're seeing in the gray color is the baseline, and what you're seeing at the top, that is a colored one. So that is the current task, how it is running. Okay, so once you update, it will show the current task. So that information that it will show. And yeah, before we publish it, so we'll see. So if I want to see the critical path, so which of my path, which of my tasks are in the critical path, so it will show this information. So once you select the critical path, so automatically it will shows this information. So this is totally linear, so everything is showing in the critical path. Okay, once we do all these updates, so then we can publish it to the uh, project online. So it is starting to publish. So in the meantime, so till it publishes, so let's see some of the reports that you can take from here. So it will show the project overview report. Okay, so since we are not updated, no percentage is being updated, so it is not showing the full information. And the cost overview report, so that it shows the cash flow information, cost status. Okay, so what is the cost, what is the remaining cost, and based on percentage complete, the remaining cost will change. And which are your upcoming tasks? So now we have not completed anything, so it shows everything is upcoming. And on the resource side, so we want to see the resource overview. So each resources, how many hours they are working. So all these informations that you'll be able to check. And on a tabular basis, each and every resources, how many remaining work that is there, that also you'll be able to see it. Okay, so it says completed, publish has been completed successfully. So we can go there and we can check. Okay, so cost, so on a cash flow. So if you want to see the cash flow information, so you can see the cash flow. So here you can see the information that you're getting on a monthly basis. So the same, if you want to change it on a weekly basis, so that we'll be able to change, or daily basis, you want to take it, that take the reports, all this will be able to modify and you can take it in progress. So in progress, we don't have anything in progress, just we'll see what are the milestone task. Okay, so late milestone which are coming up, completed milestones, so all these informations that it will show up. Okay. Okay, so now it is completed, publish has been completed. So all the updates, whatever we have to do, so we can do these updates, and then we come to the project online. You check in the project, and it comes. So the same information, so whatever we did there in the project professionals, if you come open this project here in the web, so the same information you'll be able to see it here also. Okay. So I think validate function design. So we added a sample. So let's see whether sample is there. Yeah, sample is there. Okay, so like that whatever information that you updated there, so it will get automatically updated here. So here also anything that you updated there, update and publish. Then when you open it in Project Professional, so you can see that changes there also. So after doing all these updates and everything, so then so whatever, so same like what you do it in Project Professional. So same updates you can do it using the Project for Web also. So only thing is, so the Project Professional, it will be a little more quick and easy to do. So here it will, so since it's web, so many the quick updates option might not be fully available. Otherwise, both will work in the same fashion. Okay, so before I go to the task and timesheet, let's see the resources. Okay, so resources. So this is a centralized resource pool. So anyone, so if someone needs, some of the project manager needs some resources from here, the project manager can add the resource request and it will go to the resource manager, and resource manager, once it approves, then you can assign it to the project. So those type of settings also you can do. Okay, but those configuration is not done. So we were able to assign SAML to the project what we have opened. Okay, so now I selected some of the users. So for those particular users, let's see how they are being, what is their capacity planning. Okay, so I'm going to see the resource utilization. So it shows here the information. See here the project assignments. So from project assignments it is taking. So for demo user, the capacity is 40 hours and demo user is available still for another 16 hours. And sorry, the 24 hours and being utilized for another project for 16 hours and for another February month for 104 hours. So like that for me, my total capacity is 40 hours for January, 160 hours for February and 64 for March. We assigned for these this project, WF project, and for the February and March I have work, whereas I have the availability in January for 40 hours and February still I'm available 104, whereas in March I don't have any availability. So like that for Prashant and Srinivasan. So this is how the graph also it will show, and the legend for the graph also you'll be able to identify. And if you want to see the resource assignments, how it is there, so you can go to the resource assignments and see. Okay, so for demo user, so the project name, that is the business plan, and these are the different tasks that particular person is working in this for this PMI project. These are the tasks that he's going to work, when it is starting, when it is finishing, what is the distribution for that particular work. So all these need to show. And here itself, that person can update the see the actual information also. Okay, not update, so you can see the actual information. Now go to the resource center once again, and we added SAML, right? So we have to identify whether SAML is showing in that WF project. So we'll select SAML, and once again we go to capacity planning. Okay. So it is showing SAML here. Let's see which project. SAML. So it is showing. So yeah, so it is showing for WF projects assigned to February and March that it is showing up. Okay, so this is how you can do the resource analysis and resource updates. And you can do the task. So the individual persons, whoever is working on that particular project, so they can open the task and they can do the for that particular project. So what is going to working, so that he can specify and he can do the update. So that update will go to the project. So the project manager, so you don't have to do individual updates. So the updates you will take it from the team members. So the team members will have this view and they will update only this one. And in the same way, if they want, instead of tasks, they want to do the timesheet update. So the timesheet can be updated here, and from here, the timesheet information will go in. Okay, so here we have not configured timesheet, so it is not showing up here. Once the task or the timesheet that is being done, so that once it is submitted by the team members, it will come here and the project manager can review it and approve it. So that will get updated in the project schedule automatically. Okay. The other thing, so I'll show. Okay. So apart from the project schedule, so we can also create the workflow stages. So at each and every workflow, how the project is moving in. So at each stage, we can set various different governance criteria, and from one stage to other. So once the governance criteria is being set, then we can move it. So here we have different workflow phases, that is initiation, planning, execution, and then launching. And the workflow stages that are available there are for initiation, that is a project charter is the workflow stages. And in planning, we have the scope and cost estimates, so that it is showing here. Okay. And in designing, there is only one. Development, there is only one. Testing and validation, there is one. And launch, there is only one. So like that, the overall workflow phases and the stages that you'll be able to identify. So once one stage is completed, so the project manager can edit and move it to the next stage. So it moves to the next stage of the project. And also we will be able to capture various different project related information. So if we need to add the scope or the product owner. So about the description of the project, which are the deliverables, what ROI. So all these information that you'll be able to save it here. Okay. And the project site, let's see whether it is. Okay, so here it shows the project site where you can store the documents, risk, issues, deliverables, stakeholder register, project governance structure, RACI guidelines. All these you'll be able to set it. Okay. Okay. So that information that you can store and other information, so you can do the prioritization portfolio analysis that you'll be able to do. So those, so I think already I'm over on time. So let's go with the project for the web. So in project for the web, so you'll be able to create the roadmap. So you can see the roadmap information. So at the overall very high level, if I need to create the roadmap. So this is for the 2022 roadmap that was created. And so here, if you see, so this PVR is one project, so that is coming under the roadmap. So you can select the high level task from that project, the major milestones that we can show it here. ERP is another project, so that we can show it here. Okay, so that major task or the full project when it is starting, when it is finishing, that and the major milestone that also you can show. Okay, so if you want to add anything extra, so that you can add that particular project here. Okay, and who is the owner, so that you can select. And you can connect the information. So whether project online or if you have information in Azure DevOps, that also you can take it from here. Okay. So this is for the roadmap capabilities. And then you have the ability to manage the Agile projects, that is adaptive projects, so that you can create and you can update it. So at the grid level, so what are the different task user stories that you be able to do and which assigned to whom and what is the duration for each and everything so that you can do. And you can also manage it at the board level. So whether it is not started or which are coming up next and which are in progress and which are completed. So those informations that you will be able to manage it at a Kanban board level. And also you can see the timeline. Okay, so in timeline where it's something like a Gantt chart, it will show with all the relationship information. And then we have different charts. Okay, so what is the status? So how many tasks are still left? What is the bucket level? So which are not started? So 167 tasks are not started, 2 are completed, 2 are late, and 2 are coming up. And the effort per person, so that also it will show at this. So this is for an individual project. So this is not combined together for all the projects together. So only for this particular project that it will show. And this is the people distribution. So how resources are working on each and every task. So for me, so these are the different tasks I have, which I have not started, and only the next that is coming up is the pre-wrap activities. So like that, you can see the full list for each and every resources, how it is showing that the different set of tasks. Okay. So this is the agile method, how we can make use. And at the Power BI level, we can manage various different reports. So various dashboard reports that you can see. So this is a portfolio dashboard, which gives you various information on the project status, project owner start date, and what is his health and other information, cost variance, other informations. And you can filter and see which department I need to see, which project type, which project owner, all these filter criteria that you can make use. And this can be customized. So this is not so based on what organization needs, based on that, we can prepare these reports. So these are various different reports on a timeline basis, timeline reports, cost report, okay, budget, baseline cost, what is EAC, estimated completion, remaining cost, what is the cost variance, risk issues, and go to resource availability. Okay, so you can see the resource availability at the overall level. Okay, on a graphical pattern and on a tabular basis, always being utilized. Resource overview, resource assignments. Okay, so the start date, finish date, work, what is a percentage work complete, what is the total work that is there. And on a project level, what is the project status? So for each and every project, what is the project status so that you'll be able to see. Okay, so this are the reports. So that is the overall on the project. And okay, so here also, if you want to see the KPI, so the KPIs, we can build the KPI here and we can show the KPIs for this one. So project KPI. So for that project, when it is starting, when it is finishing, what is percentage complete, who's the owner, and what is the cost type KPI, what KPI, schedule KPI, all these informations that you'll be able to check and verify whether it is on track or so on watch list or on a risk level, so that you'll be able to select from here itself. Okay, so this is the overall feature and accessibility and capability of Project Online. So now we move to Azure DevOps. Yeah, Azure DevOps is mainly used for managing the agile projects and to manage repositories. So this is also a software as a service work platform used to collaborate with different teams for their particular work, collaborate their codes to work on continuous integration and continuous deployment with different teams and improvement of the various levels of Scrum Masters, the project managers, and the developers. And the major features of this Azure DevOps is you have the dashboard control and the source control, plan and track your work. So various different epic level, feature levels, all these levels you can do. And you can also do the integrated collaboration services. And you can also support for the manual exploratory testing services also. And the various components that are available in Azure DevOps is Azure Boards, so which helps you to manage different works based on user stories and tasks. Azure Repos, that is used for managing the repository to collaborate on the code that is developed using free Git public and private repositories using full request and code review. And Azure Pipelines is mainly on the CI/CD pipelines, so which helps you to automatically build and test the codes in the project. And the test plans, so where you can create various test cases and test plans, and you utilize that to find out where each and everything is failing and how we can proceed further. And artifacts, so you can use that and share the packages across your organization, and it is more reliable and which is scalable to build it. So I'll quickly show the demo of Azure DevOps. Okay, I've taken a project so which shows the summary information, so which is mainly used for Java scripting. And so here in the boards, we manage the work items. Okay, so what are the different work items so that you see it here? Okay, so these are the epics, and these are the backlog items, and these are bugs. So you can manage bugs, issues, task, test cases, everything here. So and you can find out who is assigned to whom and what and at which stage that it is available by. So from here you can see, or you can go by looking in the boards, so which are coming up that are new and which is in the design stage, develop and test stage, and which are completed. So those you'll be able to see it. Okay, so board control that you can do. So whether from here you want to move it to done. So that's information, and also you can do analysis. So the cumulative flow diagram, if you want to see, so you can see the cumulative flow diagram for that particular completed set of user stories. And here you manage the overall list of backlog. So the whole list of backlogs which are upcoming for that particular sprints, and also you can keep it here. And you can do that particular analysis also. So the same set of reports only will come here. And then you can manage the sprints. So you can see by using the task board. So for this particular, so we are in the sprint 6. So in sprint 6, what are the different tasks that are to do that is still there in progress, which are the in progress user stories or task, and which are the completed ones, so that you can see. And then you can see the backlog. Okay, so for that particular sprint, what are the different backlogs that are available? And the analysis, so burn down trend, so that you'll be able to see it. And the boards, the delivery plans, so you can create various different delivery plans, and you can see the plan view, so where it will show. Okay, so the iteration 6 is coming in July 2022. So that is a plan that we can. So this is a very high level that we can show it. So that you can show it in this plan. And you can use various queries to analyze the data. So bring in the data. So you can create a query, and what information, that specific information that you need to correlate and see, you can use the query method. Okay. And we have the repositories. So in repositories, you manage the various different codes and pipelines. So in pipelines, where you manage the CI/CD pipeline, the continuous integration and continuous deployment, and the test plans. So which helps you to manage the various different test cases and reports and artifacts. So all these other information. So mainly the boards is the main thing that related to Agile project management to manage the workflow so that we cover this. Okay, so that is on this. I took a little bit more time. So I'll pause for just 2 minutes. If we have any quick questions, we can take it. Otherwise, I'll hand it over to Subha so she can continue with the Primavera presentation. Any specific questions?
I think we can move with Shubha.
Okay. Okay, Subha, you can take it.
So, good evening, everyone. So here I'm Subha Mariappan. So in this session, we are going to discuss on Oracle Primavera and Jira. So P6 EPPM capability. So what are the features that Primavera EPPM has? So first thing is we can able to do plan, schedule, and manage the right mix of project, and we can able to perform resource and cost management decisions, and we have the team collaboration and workflow productivity. So P6 is designed to handle large scale and multifaceted projects, and it is capable of handling 1 lakh activities and some complex relationship between your activities, and maximize each contributor's skills and responsibilities. So it has centralized resource management. So based on centralized resource management, we can able to perform the resource allocations efficiently, and we can deliver the programs and projects within time and within the budget. So it also has the risk management, issue management, and threshold management features. And it is having the future of roll up future, which roll up your earned value, your cost, your schedule. Everything is rolled up to the project, to the program levels. And we have a lot of report features also. So what are the components in Primavera P6 EPPM? So we have P6 Professional for EPPM, which is a web application, and it is the main interface for all the functionality. And we have P6 Professional. This integrates the traditional project management with the cost and resource management also. And we have P6 Team Member Web. So this is used for entry software, timesheet entry software, which allows the team member to update their task and send it for the project manager's approval. And we have this P6 visualizer, so which used to create any timescale logic diagrams, your Gantt charts, everything. And P6 analytics with which is a dynamic reporting tool with advanced visual features and various dashboards and reports. So we have also like P6 mobile. So for P6 team member, we have two interfaces. One is web and other one is mobile. So using mobile also, the team member can update their activity status and send it to their project manager's approval. And we have also this project P6 team member email statusing, so which allows the team member to text any email application on the project status. So next one is the Primavera Gateway, so which allows you to integrate with other third-party applications. So P6 EPPM, which is mainly used for scheduling, reporting, and mobile statusing. So scheduling is you'll be having like project templates, which allows you to create your work breakdown structure, your resource assignments, and we can also create baselines. And mobile statusing, which allows you to which allow the team members to update their activities, and it allows the project manager to approve their activity updates. And reporting, so here we can able to create various set of dashboards to collaborate with the team members. And we have this schedule check, schedule deliver, and we can also create this Gantt chart to PDF. So first, let's have a look on the Primavera Project Management P6 Professional. So the Primavera Project Professional, which has the main concept of enterprise project structure. So this is a hierarchy used to organize your projects. Like if you want to organize your project based on the departments or divisions or the locations. So using those things, you can organize your projects. So the main benefit of using this EPS is you can it is used for roll up and summarize your data across multiple projects. So you can also view the resource allocation across projects, and we can assign the security at any level of the structure. So in Primavera Professional, we have this concept of enterprise data and project data. So enterprise data, it is a global structure which is used to manage multiple projects. So it is available to all the projects across your organization. And it is stored in a centralized location. So enterprise data is usually defined by the administrator, and we have like EPS, project code, resource code, and resources. So they are all your enterprise data. And we have some of the project data such as your work breakdown structure, activities, risk issues. So they are all unique to the project. So let's go on for the demo of P6 Project Professional. So this is the Primavera project management window. So here you can able to see this enterprise project structure. So where you will be organizing your organization based on the different departments or locations. So based on that, we can organize your project. So each and everything is called a node, enterprise node. So we can create this enterprise structure, project structure. So within this enterprise nodes, we can create different set of projects. So after that, you have the concept of organizational breakdown structure. Organizational breakdown structure is hierarchy of resources working in your organization, starting from the CEO till the project manager. So what are the resources working in your organization and the hierarchy of those resources. So we can add these resources in our organizational breakdown structure. So the benefit of using this organizational breakdown structure is we can assign the responsible manager at any level of your Primavera project professional. So for example, if you take this enterprise project structure, for each node, we can assign the responsible manager. And for each project or for a WBS, for your risk and issues. So for each component, you can assign this responsible manager. So after this, we have calendars. So we have to create the project. So within each node, we can create a different set of project. So after creating a project, so this is my activity window where you have this activity table, your Gantt chart, and the activity details window. So here, before creating your activities, you have to create your calendar. So you can create any global calendar or resource calendar or project calendars. So after creating the calendar and assigning to your project, we can start with entering the activity details. So here you have to provide the activity details like your duration, your predecessor and successor information. So in the activity details window, you have this predecessor and successor information. So after assigning all these activity details, you have the results in Gantt chart. So Primavera will automatically schedule your project using the critical path method, so which allows you to have the total duration of your project and your critical activities and non-critical activities. So here you can able to see the different views in Primavera. Like if you want to see only the activity table or along with the Gantt chart, and you have this network diagram. So which where each activity is represented as nodes, and it is logically connected using the relationship lines. So this is the scheduling part of the project, and then we will be defining the work breakdown structure of the project. So work breakdown structure is different levels of your project. So organizing the project on different levels. So like you can create your project levels like project management, requirement, design, construction, and communication network. So these are the different levels of my project. So after creating the different levels, you can go for the activities. You have to assign your WBS to each and every activity. So for selecting activity, and you have to define which level this particular activity is coming to. So after defining this detail, you'll be having this organization structure like work breakdown structure. So you have this structure for this retail store project. So where you have this different set of activities inside each levels. So project management contains different set of activities, and requirement different set of activities. So like you have to define the different levels of your project, and for each activity you have to define which level this particular activity is coming in. So this is work breakdown structure. So after this, we have the resources part. So resources part is in Primavera, resources are centralized, stored in a centralized location. So here you can see the resources list. So they are stored in a centralized location, which means it is available to all the projects in your organization. So here you can able to see the resource details. So while creating the resources, you can able to give other details such as what is the resource type, and whether it is a labor, non-labor, or material. And if it is a material, you have to provide the unit of measure. And if suppose if you want to create any calendar for the resources, you can create it and assign it to them. So after creating the resources, and here you have to provide what is the standard rate. So what is the standard rate for the particular resources, and how much maximum availability time for each and every user. So after creating these resources, we'll be moving on to the activity. And for each and every activity, you have to assign your resources. So here you go for this add resource button, and you have all the resources will be available in a centralized location. So whatever resources you need to you require to complete this particular activity, you can assign those resources. So after assigning those resources, you have to provide what is the work time, that is budgeted unit per time, how much time they are going to work in your project. So for each activity, you can assign these resources. So if there is any materials you have to assign, you can assign it here. So this is assigning resources. So likewise for all the activities, you have to assign resources. So after assigning the resources, you can able to get the cost part of your project. So here you can able to see all the columns like what is my budgeted labor cost, your non-labor cost, your material cost, and total cost. So before seeing about the total cost, if we want to add any extra expenses or additional cost to some activity, you can add it using this project expenses. So this is the expenses window. So where you can add all your additional cost of your project in here, like your transportation cost or equipment installation cost or setup cost. So everything you can add it here, and you can provide all the details, and you can also assign it to activity. So while creating, you can assign it to which activity if you want to assign this particular expenses item. And you can also provide the cost information here. So this budgeted cost will be added to your total budgeted cost of the activity. So when you get the activity, so this is added here, like for the activity, it is added to your budgeted expenses cost. So the budgeted total cost includes of your everything like labor cost, non-labor cost, material, and expenses cost also. So this is the cost part, and one of the other feature in Primavera is roles. Suppose if your organization doesn't have any particular resources to perform the activity, means you can able to create your roles here. Roles is you can create your designation here, and whenever the resources available, you can assign the resources to this particular role. So you can able to see different set of roles here. So you can define your roles. When coming to the resources part, you have a tab here called roles. So after acquiring the resources, you can able to assign a particular role to them. So if there is any project officer, you can assign project officer to them. So while assigning them to the activity, you can assign either by adding directly the resources, or if you want to add by roles, you can add it. So this is roles and resources. So after assigning the resources, we'll be using these tools to analyze your resource usages. So we have like resource usage graph, which is for all the resources or your current project resources. So these are the current project resources I'm using now. And for each and every resource, you can able to see this resource allocation graph. So which shows the maximum number of resources available and whether it is over allocated or under allocated. So for each resources, you can view this resource graph. And similarly, you have this resource usage spreadsheet. So the same thing which is available in a spreadsheet format. So the resource workloads are spread in a time period wise. So this is you can use this resource spreadsheet view and analyze the workload of resources. And similarly, you have this activity usage spreadsheet, which is based on the activity. So for each activity, you can have this spreadsheet view. And also you have this activity usage profile. So this is based on the resources and this is based on the activity. So here also you can able to view both the cost and unit wise graph. So here it is displayed a cost wise graph, and if you want to view the unit wise graph, you can also view the unit wise graph. So based on this various tools available in Primavera, we can able to analyze the resources and we can level the resources also. And after this, so up to this is the resources level and planning part. And next one is we'll be moving on to the tracking part. So tracking part is like after the plan is over, we'll be saving it as a baseline, copy of our project as a baseline, and we'll be updating the project based on the project in the real time. So here, here I have a tracking layout. So here you can able to see all the tracking details, like what is the actual start date, actual finish date. So for each and every activity, after saving the baseline, you need to define for each and every activity, you have to define what is the actual start date of the activity, actual finish date of the activity, and if there is any percentage completion, you have to provide it here. So for each and every activity that you're going to update, you have to provide the informations. Along with this, you can also provide this labor unit. So what is the actual labor units that is consumed at the real-time project? And suppose if you want to give the cost information, actual cost, that can also be provided here. And in the activity table, here also you can have all the columns, like what is the actual start date, your finish date, and your remaining duration, and actual total cost also. So using this, you can able to define, you can able to update your project. So after updating, you'll be going for tool schedule, and you have to define what is the data date for your project. So till what date you're going to update your project. So after pressing the schedule, you can view the changes in this Gantt chart. So in this Gantt chart, you can able to see the different set of bars here. So yellow bar is the baseline bar, and blue color is the actual, that is completed, and green and red shows the remaining critical and non-critical activities to be completed in the future. So this is the result of the tracking of your project. So based on the tracking information, you have this earned value analysis part. So which is the project manager will be using different set of metrics to analyze your project performances. So here you have this cost variances, schedule variances, SPI, CPI, everything. So based on the CPI and SPI, we can able to analyze whether the project is on the schedule or behind the schedule, or over the budget or under the budget. And we can also use these metrics to forecast the project results. So this is the earned value analysis part. So based on the tracking information that we are providing in the that we are updating in the Primavera. So these metrics will be actually automatically calculated. So after this, we have reports part. So Primavera will be having some various built-in reports available here. So if you want to view the reports, you can directly run the report. So like this, all the built-in reports will be run for various projects. So if you want to view this labor report, we can also view the labor report, and overall project earned value report or activity status report and the WBS summary report, everything we can view it in this format. And if you want to create any new report and customize your column, that can also be done in Primavera. And you have this visualizer part. So we have the visualizer part. So visualizer is used to create any Gantt chart diagrams or time-scaled logic diagrams for your projects. So select any project or any set of projects. So we can use different set of layouts here, and we can draw the time-scale logic diagram for different project. So this we can able to go for a printout also, and we can able to customize it based on we have these options here. So based on this, we can able to customize the fields and bars also. So likewise, you can also able to go for timescale logic diagram and schedule comparisons also. So Gantt chart and schedule comparisons also we can perform using this visualizer. So these are the features available in Primavera Project Management Professional. So next, we'll see about Primavera Enterprise Project Portfolio Management. So this is the Primavera P6 EPPM window. So here you can able to see this enterprise project structure. So in each node, we can create a different set of projects here. So here you have the EPS details, where you have the EPS ID, name, and responsible manager also. And in each EPS, you can able to create your project. So you can also create your new project, or based on the previous project, you can create your project also. Suppose if you have created any previous project, so you are going to create the same set of project again, you can create a copy of it and you can edit it also. So this is the activity page where you have to define all your activities, your durations, and your relationship between the activities. And you have this Gantt chart along with the activity details window. So this is the work breakdown structure window, so where you have to define all your work breakdown structure levels and assign it to the activities. So here, the main feature of Primavera P6 EPPM is, while at the time of assigning resources, we can able to view the resource allocation graph. So since the resources are centralized location, so when you are selecting a particular resources for to assign for your project, it will show the resource allocation graphs. So based on this, we can able to check whether the resources are over allocated, whether we can able to allocate them to our current project. So based on this graph, we can able to assign it to our current project. And after that, you have this baseline information. So you can create any number of baseline and you can assign it to your project. So after this, we have this P6 team member thing. So P6 team member can be accessed using web or mobile. Using both interfaces, we can able to access the P6 team member. So the P6 team member is mainly used for updating the activities. Suppose your resources, your engineer is working in a remote area. So they can able to log in using this, using their mobile or using the web version. So they can able to see what are the activities allocated to them. And based on the work in the project, in the remote project, they can able to update this activities. So here you can select which project to be viewed. So you have a long list of activities that is assigned to you. So we can able to select based on the projects or based on the project, you can able to view the task list, activity list here. So for each activity, you can able to see like what is your actual start date, your actual finish date, and the duration and your percentage completion also. So here, the team member can able to edit the fields like what is the date they have started the activity and finish date, the remaining duration and percentage completion. And suppose if they want to assign any documents and send it to the project manager, so they can perform it here. And if they want to start a discussion based on this activity, so that can also be done here. And suppose if you want to take any photo of the of your project, so that can also be done here, and you can send it as an attachment in this activity. So this is the approval page here where the project manager can able to see what is the activity updates that are coming in here. So each team member they can able to send the different activity updations. So the project manager will be getting a different set of updations need to be approved or hold or override here. So here it shows two activities that is pending to be reviewed here. So you can see the activity details here and what are the details that the team member has been updated. You can able to see whether any photos or documents or any discussion. So everything that project manager can able to view. So he can review those details, and based on that, he can able to accept, hold, or override the information, override the activity. So once after the project manager accepted the updations, it comes under the update history. So it will comes under the activity details, update history. So here it is stored here. So if there is any future references they want to share, you can view it here. And then there's the Primavera P6 analytics. So this is mainly used for creating various reports and dashboards. So dashboards, we can able to create any number of charts or tables across the project, and team member can able to view the various reports. So tabular reports are also there. So we can see the reports page here. So this is the tabular reports. So tabular report charts and various charts also we can create. And one more thing is we can directly run the report. and schedule report. Suppose if the project manager wants to send a weekly report to the management and or a monthly report to the management, so he can schedule the report and it will Primavera will be automatically deliver the reports to the project management to the directly to mails. So here you have this scheduling feature. So what is the report and what period you're going to deliver the report, monthly or weekly, and you can specify the mail IDs and automatically it will deliver the reports. So there is a option called check schedule. So you can use this to compare your schedules with the target. So here there are different set of metrics involved here. So here you can provide the target information. So based on the target information, it will calculate the variances. What is the target and what is the actual metric that is here, and it will provide the results here. So using dashboard, you can also provide various earned value reports and resource usage reports, your activity status reports and index performance. So which is used to analyze the health of your project, and activity look ahead report and project status report. So this is the risk report. So the risk management is Primavera is having a separate risk register here. We can able to create any set of risk that is available on our project, and we can also provide other informations like what is the threat and what is the whether it is a threat or opportunity, and what probability it will affect our project, and what probability it will affect our schedule or cost. So based on that, we can enter all the information, and we can roll over the risk to program levels also. Next one is Jira. So Jira is an agile project management tool that supports any agile methodology, be it Scrum or Kanban or your unique flavor. So this platform leverages all kinds of your project management skills. It includes your agile project management, bug tracking, Scrum management, and service management also. So this Jira lets you prioritize, assign, and track and report your issues. And it will also help use this help tickets to project task and change requests. So more than the issue tracker, Jira is an extensible platform that you can customize to match your business processes. So Jira, it is used to manage all types of work. So initially it is a powerful work management tool used for all the test case management, agile project management, product management, and task management. So it can be configured to fit any type of project. So the teams can start with the project template, or they can also create their own workflow. And it also provides the planning and roadmap tools so that the teams can manage stakeholder budgets and future requirements. So main thing why Jira is used is we can plan and track the work faster, and main source of information available to create your project, and we can organize the documentation. We can also track the progress of a documentation. So it helps to meet the deadlines of a documentation release, and it measures the time spent on documentation and provides feedback faster. So the Jira packages available are Jira Software, Jira Align, Confluence, Service Management, and Work Management. So Jira Software, it is used for all your software related activities, and Jira Align, it is an enterprise project management tool, enterprise project portfolio management, which is used for statistic discussions, and Jira Confluence, it is for document management purpose, and Jira Service Management, it is used for like if you want to use the Jira Service Management for financial project or your HR related activities. So those things for you can use this Jira Service Management. So the top features of Jira. So Jira has project roadmap, which is used to view the high level detail of your project. And we have detailed reporting, time tracking feature for each and every issues. And we have this mobile application and application security also. So it has various business project templates, right from the software project. It has different financial management templates or your help desk, service help desk templates. So all the help templates are available in Jira. And we have a lot of issue details. We can store it in Jira. And we have the notification feature. So whatever you're performing, each and everything will be notified using the mails. And we have a lot of search available options available in Jira, and we have the reports and dashboards available. So, and after this, you have this boards features also. So we'll see how these features work on Jira. So this is the Jira homepage. So here you can able to log in is using your mail ID. You can create your free login here. So here you can able to view this project page where I have all the projects listed here. So if you want to create any projects also, you can create on your own. So here you have this create project. So here you can see various templates. So Jira provide various business templates. So we can select any templates required for our project, and whether we can select whether the project is on Kanban project, Scrum project, or it is a bug tracking project. So we can select the template, select the methodology, and so here you have to choose whether it is a team managed project or a company managed project. Team managed project is specific to the particular team. So the informations cannot be accessed across projects. So the informations will be run within the team, and anyone can set up and maintain these type of project. And we can do this multiple workflow configurations. If it is a company managed project, it is set up and maintained by Jira admins. So we can able to share this information across the various projects, and we have this complete control. And we can also able to do this customizable workflows. So based on the requirement, we can select either the team managed project or the company managed project. So after selecting all the details, you can add your project name and your key. So key is automatically created using this automatically created. So if you want, you can change it here. And if you want to connect it to your Confluence, Jira Confluence, you can use this connect repositories and documents and more. So by this, you can create your projects. So we have various projects available here. So by selecting the project, we can able to view all the details here, and we have to enter all the issues in your project. So this is the issues page. So where you have to define all the issues related to your project here. So you have this create button. So this is the issue page. So here the create button is there. So here you have to create your issues here, whether it may be your epic, bug, task, or user story. Okay, so epic is a large level of work item that has to be created for the project. So after that, you can create your user stories. And after that, you can create your task for the user stories. And if there is any bug or error in your project, that can be created using this bug issue type. So you can provide the high level information like what is the summary, and if there is any attachment, you can attach it here, and description, and you can assign it to assign it to your team members. So likewise, you have to create all your issues here, like the user stories, epics, and bugs and tasks. So while clicking on the particular issues, you can able to see the issue details here. So what is the priority, and what is the story point for the particular issue, and what is the original estimate. So likewise, you can select the particular issue, and you have to provide all the other details also here. And if you want to add any child issue, that you can add it here. So in this issue page, we have this two types of view called list view and a detailed view. In list view, we can able to see list of issues in our project. In detailed view, we can able to see combined view, like what is the set of issues and what is the issue details and other options also available here. So this is the issue page where you have to create all the issues required for your project. So you can directly export these issues to your Excel, or you can share it with your team member. So here also you can have the different set of filters available. So based on the filters, you can able to view a particular set of issues also. So after creating these issues, we have this backlog page. So backlog page where all the issues are listed in a backlog format. So all the issues are listed in a backlog format. So all issues are related and displayed in a backlog format. So here you have this Epic panel and version panel. So the Epic panel is, so here you have the different set of epics that you have already created here. So if you want to create the epic, you can also create it here. And if you want to create any issues, you can also create it in this page. So suppose if you want to assign your issues to the epics, you can do it on this page. Like you can just drag it and put it on the particular epics. So likewise, you can able to assign the epics and versions to the issues here. So here, after assigning this issues to the epics, you have this sprint. So sprint, you have to create a sprint and then you have to assign backlogs to the sprint. So I have suppose I'm creating a sprint for a 1 week or a 10-day sprint. So I will be allocating some of the backlogs to the sprints. So you'll be simply dragging it and moving to your sprint page. Sprint. Okay. So after assigning the items to the sprint, you'll be going for starting sprint. So when you give this start sprint, it will go to the active sprints page. So where all the issues will be displayed in a board format. So each and every issue is displayed in a card format. So based on the work done by the team member, they can able to move or track these cards according to the work done. So this is for this particular sprint, and we have only 3 issues here. So based on the work done by the team member, they can able to move it to the different columns here. So in this, this is a Kanban board where we can visually able to track and track the work items. So here we have other informations, like we can create any number of columns in Jira. Like there are only 3 basic columns: to do, in progress, or done. Suppose if you want to create any columns like review or hold, that can be created here. And swim lane is a row on the board. Suppose if you want to track your issues based on the priority. So some set of activities lies on priority. So you want to create a separate row for those activities. You can do it using this swim lane. So other than that, you can able to customize the card colors and layout and estimation. So estimation is based on the story points. So the Jira will sum up your story point and it will calculate the velocity for your sprint. And you can also define the working days also here. So after tracking the work items in the board, so when you are when the date is when the sprint date is over, or when you have completed all the issues in this particular sprint, we'll be having this complete sprint. So we'll be having this complete sprint. When you give this complete sprint, the remaining items which have not been completed will be moved to either the backlog or the next sprint which have been created. So which we have not done any of the issues in the current sprint. So the 3 issues were incomplete. So either you can move it to the next sprint or to the backlog. So after completing these issues, we'll be giving this complete sprint. So based on the complete sprint, it will give the reports. So there are various types of reports here: burn down chart, your burn up chart, velocity chart, your velocity chart. So you can also have this cumulative flow diagram and control chart. So all the charts are available here in the reports page. So whenever you are selecting a Kanban project, so if it is a Kanban project, we will not be having any backlog available here. So the backlog will be available only for the Scrum project, not for the Kanban project. So we have to enable the backlog for the Kanban projects. So we have to select any particular column and we have to enable the Kanban backlog. So now we can able to see the backlogs page for this Kanban project. So we can create sprints and we can assign the Kanban backlogs to the issues. So other than this, we have a different set of filters available here. So default filters is also available, and you can also create your customized filters for the project to find the issues. And so whenever you are creating a project, you can invite the people to Jira, or you can create a team and assign it to the issues. And you have the dashboards. So here, all the team member will be creating a separate set of dashboards here. So we can click the dashboards and we can view the high level details available here. So we can able to edit this or copy the dashboards, or we can view it as a wallpaper also. So this dashboard is mainly used to display the informations or communicate or collaborate with the team members. That can for that we can use this dashboards thing. And your work page. So this your work page is a user workspaces. So here you can able to see the assigned to the particular user issues, or what are the projects or issues that the particular current user is working on, and viewed projects and their favorite projects that can be starred here, and recent projects are also listed. So this is the workspace that is for the current user. So these are the features available in Jira. So here we have our curriculum for Microsoft Project Online, which includes like your how to build the project schedule, how to work with the resource management, how to do the tracking with the timesheet or update your task, and analysis, capacity analysis, or your demand management, and status reports and portfolio management also. So we have the curriculum for Oracle Primavera P6 Professional. So here also we can able to with this we can able to learn how to create your EPS, OBS, the work breakdown structure, and scheduling part, resources, and baselines also. So how to create these issues, thresholds, earned value management, and how to view the reports. So these are the advanced features available in P6, like how to create the project codes and how to perform the top-down estimation, and how to use the visualizer and portfolio analysis. And we have this P6 EPPM curriculum. So here we can able to see the P6 team, how to update the task activity via P6 team approvals and earned value analysis. So main thing is dashboards and schedule, check and deliver. So this is the curriculum for Jira. So where you have where you can learn how to create your sprints, your backlogs, your boards, and reports and dashboards. So this is the curriculum for Azure DevOps. So here I can learn how to create the work items, what is the how to do sprint planning and prioritizing backlogs and capacity planning and how to create various reports in Azure DevOps. So these are our upcoming trainings and batches on the March month. So you can also use this website and visit to view the trainings, upcoming trainings. So thank you for the time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to answer.
No questions, Subha.
Okay, thank you.